If you're just joining us, I'm Tim Barkley with Charleston Home Design magazine, and now we are talking with Kevin Whalley and Tim Hilkhuijsen. They're both architects with Architecture Plus, a local firm here in the Charleston area. How you doing, Kevin?
Good morning, Tim. How are you?
Doing fine. How you doing, Tim?
Doing very well. Thank you for having us today.
Sure. Kevin, take a moment and just tell everybody about Architecture Plus.
Well, Tim, we appreciate the time you're affording us. Architecture Plus, we're celebrating the beginning of our third year in business, and we're welcoming in Aaron Eade, another one of our architecture partners, and Aaron manages and handles a lot of our graphic three-dimensional artwork that we do for our clients. We've just relocated into a new studio over in the Park Circle area of North Charleston, so we're really excited about that. We've all got a little bit more space, a little bit more natural light, and we can put up our photographs and artwork of our jobs, so it's and we can collaborate a little bit more. So we're very excited about that. And Tim and Aaron and I have also, at Tim's suggestion, have brought in an interior designer.
Yes, her name's Holly Spake Gray, and she has about 2 or 3 years worth of experience and has worked as an interior designer with a firm on Daniel Island, so we're very excited to have her.
Terrific, terrific. So Architecture Plus is a full-service architecture firm, but Kevin, you've got quite a bit of experience prior to becoming a partner with Architecture Plus, right?
That's correct. Both Tim and I have been in the Charleston area for over 25 years, practicing primarily high-end residential architecture, design, and construction. And Aaron has been practicing for about 10 years and primarily focused on architecture, construction prior to that. So we've all got a good background in construction, and we joined our firm to really focus on architecture, the art. You know, what are architects most well known for? I think it is the art in architecture. And with the skills that Tim has honed in the CAD, use of the CAD software, and what Aaron brings to the team with his three-dimensional skills, it's really been a lot of fun. It's been a rejuvenation. We actually have been fortunate that we're not just focused on residential architecture. I know that your business is primarily focused on custom homes, but we also probably do about 30% of our work in commercial buildings and an awful lot of rehabilitation to existing structures, whether they're historical or just need to be repaired and updated. So it's been a real labor of love over the last 3 years for Tim, and I think this year has started off with a bang. We were kind of sitting back in December wondering, you know, what would happen this year, because last year grew and we saw a lot more interest in construction and design overall, and then it waned a little bit towards the holiday season, but I think that was a natural phenomenon. And I think now with prices in real estate coming up, activity is picked up in sales of lots, and we've got a lot more people calling us finally, and I think that the year's going to be a good one, I suspect.
Sure, and I think when you say finally, you're referring to the recession that we're coming out of, and things did slow down dramatically with custom home construction and, of course, the design of these homes during the recession, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think one of the things that you're doing with your magazine is promoting the Daniel Island tour, and Tim did a wonderful house on the tour. We're really excited to share the Woodward's residents, and we suggested to Giselle and Mark Woodward that this would be a good opportunity for them to let people know about their charity that they have started because of, I think, their son's illness.
Yes, Mark's and their sons. Yes, that's correct.
And it's a good opportunity to get the word out for a charitable organization that they've embraced and what they do in the community. And They've got a wonderful family. The house is pretty spectacular. It's, I think, a little over 5,000 square feet, and Tim did a magnificent job with it.
One of the neat features about that home in particular is that it's an elevated home, and the back porch has tremendous views that are unobstructed to the golf course, unobstructed out to the wetlands and marshes beyond, and as well as the Ralston Creek. But what's really cool about it is that the home doesn't have any handrails or any railing system whatsoever. So what we've done is we've incorporated planters out back and terraced the patios down, so you're not looking through any hand railing. You're just looking at the wide open spaces. It's very spectacular.
That's great. And just to clarify, the Charleston Home and Design Show on Daniel Island is coming up April 26th and 27th at Family Circle Stadium on Daniel Island. It's our third year of organizing the Charleston Home and Design Show on Daniel Island, and as part of the 2-day show, Saturday and Sunday, we have a home tour on Daniel Island called the Daniel Island Luxury Home Tour. So it's the third year that we've done the luxury home tour on Daniel Island, and Architecture Plus, it will have one of 7 homes that will be on tour on Saturday, April 26th from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. And Kevin and Tim were just describing the one of the homes that will be on the tour, one of 7 homes. Tickets aren't on sale quite yet. They will be soon. They'll be $20 in advance and $25 the day of the tour. And so thank you to Architecture Plus for having one of the homes on the tour.
Well, we thank you, Tim, and we really want to thank our clients for allowing us to submit their home to be considered. And I know you're limiting the tickets, so I encourage everyone to get them as soon as they're available, because there certainly will be a lot of good ideas shared, and as Tim said, a lot of spectacular views to see. So we're excited about it.
Sure, yeah, and we are limiting the sales to 400 tickets total, no more than 400 tickets, so definitely you'll want to buy those soon. And, if we have any listeners, and we always do, if we have listeners that are looking to build a new home or remodel or getting ready to do that or in the process, we do encourage you to take advantage of the Daniel Island Luxury Home Tour, because the homes that you visit, you'll be able to get lots and lots of ideas and inspiration by visiting these homes and being able to walk through and see and feel and touch and be able to talk to the architects that are on site and talk to some of the custom builders as well about the project. So it's definitely something that everybody that's building a house seems to go on tours to as they prepare to build a house. But Kevin, as we wrap this up, I did want to ask you and Tim, in the olden days, if you wanted to build a structure, you hired an architect, and today with the advent of the internet, people are looking at house plans online. There's more and more options for people who are looking to build a house, to get their house plans drawn. Why is it important that homeowners hire an architect to design their home?
I think the primary reason that an architect can be more helpful than just a plan book or the internet as a resource is because each site, each community has its own requirements. I mean, some of the houses that we do, for example, Tim did a wonderful residence that's going to be added to our website photography soon. Someone walked through it and loved it, and so Tim's been able to sit down with this prospective client with the owner's permission of the other house and use that as a launching pad, if you will, for how the design on their particular lot might flourish. And, I think the architect really has the skill to pull together the landscape architect, the structural engineer, the interior design consultant, so that the symphony comes together, for the owner's behalf. And I think that's the skill set that we as a professional, it takes about 10 years to become an architect. And, take your exam and get certified and all that. So it's a long process to get that education underneath your belt so you can accomplish this for your client.
Well, I'll throw in a quick plug for my reason or a good reason to hire an architect. When we built our house 5 years ago, we hired an architect, and I can tell you that the architect helped us save money, and that's very, very important to people these days. And not avoiding mistakes and not doing certain things because the architect was able to uncover certain aspects during the design process that we probably would have never noticed otherwise. Did help save money. And so it is more expensive, obviously, to hire an architect, but that investment will come back to you.
Yeah, Tim, you nailed that. You're absolutely correct, because what we do is our plans are so detailed, our specifications are so tight, we've got great relationships with builders, and yes, it may cost a client more money for our services. However, with the quality of our documentation, it's probably going to end up saving them at least $25,000, $30,000 worth of change orders out in the field later.
Yeah, that's a good point. And the other thing is, the outcome of a custom home is never guaranteed. And people think that just because they're willing to spend the money to build a custom home, that the outcome is guaranteed, and it's not. And I have talked to homeowners who were not completely satisfied after building a custom home, who didn't use an architect. And if you're gonna put in that amount of money and that amount of time to build a house, you definitely want to. It's almost like an insurance policy to hire an architect to make sure that the outcome is what you expect.
It's definitely investment. I mean, people pay 10% on the purchase or for commission to their real estate agent on the purchase of a lot. So if you're going to spend that kind of money on investment, I'd say definitely hire a qualified architect.
Yeah, and you'll get that investment back when you go to sell it, because if you're on a block or an area that has other houses for sale, you're competing against those other homes. And if your house was architect designed, it's going to be a superior house to some of the other houses that will be for sale. So you'll get back that investment. Well, I want to thank Kevin Whalley and Tim Hilkhuijsen, and also Aaron Eid, all with Architecture Plus, for joining me. And definitely you want to come out to the Daniel Island Luxury Home Tour on Saturday, April 26th, to see 7 custom homes on display on Daniel Island, and visit DanielIslandLuxuryHomeTour.com to get more information. Thank you, folks.
Thank you very much, Tim. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you, Tim.